Some of you have already joined us here. A very good morning, everyone. I hope you guys are doing well and your preparations are going good too. Well, today's session, as you know, is based on again memory based paper, right? Previous year questions from your RBI Grade B. So, chalo, let's quickly have a look at the different types of questions that we have seen in some of the papers. Okay. Good morning everybody. Good morning guys. जल्दी से join कर लो and let your friends also know that the class has started. ठीक है, एक बार जल्दी से सबको बता दो. And before that, I hope everybody has already downloaded the app and also you must have subscribed to the official channel of Oliveboard. नहीं किया है तो जल्दी से कर लो. ठीक है? And yes, we have launched the perfect batch for you. You can see here it's a regulatory exams YouTube PDF bundle course, right? So it will be taken by Pooja ma'am and Lakshmi ma'am. So you can see you will be getting daily current affairs PDF, weekly current affairs PDF, monthly current affairs PDF, daily PIB PDF and government schemes PDF, right? So it has been recently launched. It's a PDF bundle course on YouTube. So do check it out. Okay. So, chalo, let's quickly have a look at the questions. But before that, if you are preparing for everything, like let's say if you are not preparing only for RBI, you want to prepare for SEBI, Nabard, all the regulatory exams. So, we have the perfect all-in-one plan for regulatory exams as well. So, do check it out. Chalo, so let's have a look at the first question for the day. The first question is there on your screen. Let's quickly try this out. Chalo, let's see. Good morning, everybody. What should be the answer, guys? Anybody? So this is a question based on coded inequality, right? You can see that three different statements have been given followed by four different conclusions. You have to tell which of the following conclusions are true. Okay. Now, out of these four conclusions, there can be multiple possibilities as well because I have not taken the options below due to lack of space. So it can be possible that there are multiple conclusions true. Okay. So you will have to check which of the following is true here. Okay. So let's check out the first statement. What is the first statement? P1U, that is equal to U. So P is equal to U, then 6 we have that is greater than B and 4 that is greater than equal to F. So this is the first one, right? Then second conclusion statement says K3N. K3 means not equal to. So K is not equal to N. Then we have 1 which is equal to T and 2 which is less than equal to H. This is the second statement. Okay. Then finally we have the third statement which says F2I. 2 means less than equal to. So F is less than equal to I. I5, 5 means less than. So again this is less than N. Okay. So these are the three different statements that has been given here. Now let's see what is the first conclusion saying. First conclusion is connecting P to K. Now you can see that P is there in the first one, K is there in the second one. Now how do we connect the two? You can see, let's say we connect it with the help of your K, right? N. Because N is common here and also F is common, isn't it? So let's say if we take it from P to K, so P is equal to U, U is greater than B, B is greater than equal to F, Then we have f is less than equal to I is less than n, and n is not equal to k. So you can see we are having symbols of opposite nature between your p and k. So we cannot have a definite relation between them, isn't it? So one is invalid. Okay, Avi is getting 2 and 3. Let's check. So f to t, what is the relation from f to t here? Again, you can see how do we connect f to t with the help of common variable, that is your n. You can see f is here and t and n can be connected here. So f is less than equal to I is less than n, and n is equal to t. So we should have a f less than t here, isn't it? As per this relation, we should have a f is less than t. And what is the meaning of 2 here? That is your less than equal to, isn't it? So you can see it is giving you a less than, and we are having what? We are having a less than equal to here. So that means this is not again the definite one, Avi, isn't it? 2 is not definite. It's a possibility. Because 2 means what? 2 means less than equal to. And from the relation that we have is f is less than your t. I hope this is clear. Okay. Even if you try to connect it from this f here, you will see again you will land up at the same thing. Okay. So this is also not giving you a definite relation here. Let's check the third one, h to I. What is the relation? How do we connect your h and I? You can see again with the help of n. Okay, so you have h is greater than equal to t, t is equal to n is greater than I. So what is the relation here? You will be having h is greater than I. And what is the meaning of 6 here? 6 means greater than, that means this is definitely true. And 3 is definitely true here. What about the fourth one, f to h? Do we have a relation from f to h here? How do we connect? You can see we can connect it with the help of n again. है Yes, absolutely. We get f less than n. Where? F is less than equal to I. Where is this? Yes, I is less than n and n is equal to t. So we will be getting a f is less than t. Absolutely, Avi. So we will be getting a f less than t here. But what is the meaning of f to t? F to t here 2 means what? Not greater than. Not greater than means less than or equal to. So this represents f is greater than less than equal to t. Isn't it? 2 का क्या मतलब है? Less than equal to. Less than तो मिल रहा है, but we are not getting that equal to here, isn't it? That is why third is not definite. It's a possibility, है ना? So you can see 2 is invalid. What about the fourth one, f to h? How can we connect with the help of n? So you can see f is less than equal to I is less than n is equal to t is less than equal to h. So again you will be having a f is less than h. And what is the meaning of 5 here? 5 means less than. So again you can see this is also valid, absolutely. So you can see the answer will be both 3 and 4. Okay. I hope this is clear, everybody. So 3 and 4 would be the right answer. Okay. Chalo, let's have one puzzle here which is based on seating arrangement and blood relation. Let's try it out. A very nice question here. Let's see. Chalo, try this out. I hope we are able to draw the family tree here. Try to find the family tree, guys, because once the family tree is done, the question will become very, very easy. चलो let's do one thing. Let's try to do it together. ठीक है, इसको साथ में करते हैं. Let's see how this particular question is to be done. Now you can see that a lot of information has been provided with reference to A. A के reference में बहुत सारा information है. So we will start making the family tree with reference to A here. You can see it is given A sits second from one of the end of the row and Q's wife has to be opposite to the one who sits second to the right of A. So you can see we know that A is facing the north here. Okay, and he has to be second from one of the ends, and there has to be a person who is second towards his right. That means A has to be this person, क्योंकि इसके second right में we have to place your Q's wife, isn't it? So this person will be Q's wife here. ठीक है? I hope this is clear. After that, let's see what is given. One person sits between A and her sister-in-law. So you can see A is a female person. Okay. So A is a female person, that is obvious. And A has a sister-in-law. Okay, we'll make that later. B is married to E, who has two children. So let's draw that. So B is married to E, who have two children. Let's say one child here, another child here. One married and another unmarried. So that means there is one person who is married here and one child who is unmarried. Okay. After that, let's see A's son. So A has a son here. Okay, so A has a son. Chalo. So A's son sits immediate right of A. So that means this is A's son. Whoever is this person has to be A's son. A's son sits immediate right of A. C and D are unmarried persons. So you can understand that C and D are unmarried person. That means neither C nor D can be Q's wife here. Right? ये Q's wife तो हो नहीं सकते, because neither C nor D is a married person. Also, we know that B is married to E. Right? B is a married person. He is married to E. So you can see A, B, E, and C and D, right? So you can see neither of them, neither can be, like you can say B and E, ये पांच लोग हो सकते, right? A, B, E, C, D, Q's wife, isn't it? So who can be Q's wife here? You can see A cannot be Q's wife, right? Because A के second right में we have Q's wife. B is a sibling, B is a spouse of E, so B and E also cannot be there. C and D are unmarried. चलो ठीक है, देखेंगे एक बार इसको. ठीक है, we will see that how do we place this Q's wife here. ठीक है, so this is given here that this person. ठीक है, चलो देखते हैं फिर से. So one person sits between A and her sister-in-law. Q's wife sits opposite to the one who is second to the right of A. देखो यहाँ पर हमने गड़बड़ कर दिया था. That is, Q's wife has to be second to has to be opposite to the person who is second to the right of this A here, isn't it? तो ये Q's wife नहीं है. Q's wife has to be this person. The person who is second to the right of A has to be facing Q's wife. So that means Q's wife has to be this person, and that is why we were not getting out of A, B, C, D, E, right? So you can see Q's wife will be here. ठीक है, ये Q's wife होगा. अब चलो आगे देखते हैं. So now we have C and D are unmarried. Okay, three persons sits between B and the father-in-law. And the person sitting opposite to A's father-in-law. That means A has a father-in-law. That means A must be having a husband here. This husband must be having a father, right? That is how we have a father-in-law here. So chalo, ye ho gaya. Then R sits to the right of T but not at the end. Okay, T is not married to P. P is the brother of A. So you can see P has to be the brother of A. So P is a male person. Okay, P is the brother of A. R is the only son of T. Okay, so we have R here who is the only son of T. T who is a male person. So T also has to be a male person here. Chalo. Now A sits to the A sits opposite to the person who sits immediate right of A's son-in-law. So A has a son-in-law as well. So son-in-law hone ke liye A must be having a daughter. So let's say we have a daughter here for A and this is the son-in-law. Okay, this is son-in-law. C does not sit next to E. A does not have a mother-in-law. So you can see A cannot have a mother-in-law here, right? That is given. So how many persons have we drawn in here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 persons we have already drawn. Hai na? So now we have to place your B and E. B and E have to be a couple such that they have two children. That is known. Hai na? So B and E is a couple who have two children. Now here you can see that this cannot be a part of B and E because we do not have a mother-in-law for A. Isn't it? Similarly, this person also cannot be used here. This couple also. Why? Because we already have your A here. We need to have a completely valent this one. Yes, absolutely, Avi. We will see whether the sister-in-law is the one who is the sister of A's husband or the sister of the or the wife of P. Okay, so we will check that out. ठीक है, उसको हम देखेंगे. So you can see here, this is how do we draw this B and E. The only possibility to draw your B and E will be that B and E are here because you can see that one of them is married, that is A is there who is married and P has to be unmarried. So if P is unmarried, that means the sister has to be here. The sister-in-law, that is A has a sister-in-law, will be drawn like this. Okay, so now you can see how many persons are we getting? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we have got all 10 persons here. Okay, I hope this is clear. So now we just need to draw whatever is remaining. Okay, isko check karte, let's see. So let's try it out. Let's try to name few more people. Let's see what can we name here. Okay, so let's see. So A sits second from one of the ends. That is already done. Q's wife is opposite to the one who is second to the right of A. So one of the informations that we can place here right now is T has only one son who is your R, right? So where can we have your T and R? Dekho, A has a son. Okay, A has a son and it is given A's son has to be immediate right of A. Okay, A's son has to be immediate right of A. So we know that this person has to be either C or D, isn't it? C, D. Let's say it can be B, C or D, E, right? So A, B, C, D, E ही हो सकते हैं इस particular row में. So you can see this particular person can be B, no. Can be E, no. So that means this person can be only C or D. Okay. So you can understand that this person cannot be utilized for your R and T. So where we will have R and T, the only possibility will be here that this is your T who is the father and R is the only son of this T here. ठीक है, तो ये भी हो गया. How you declared A as female? Avi, it was given as her, no? One person sits between A and her sister-in-law. Okay, so you can see there is only one person between A and her sister-in-law. So her has been used for A here. Okay, are we clear? So now you can see A is here. So one person between A and the A's sister-in-law. So you can see this person will be A's sister-in-law here. है ना, ये A का sister-in-law होगा. We will see whatever is this person's name. Can be C, D, E, anybody. Okay, we will check. So now let's see. This person's sister-in-law कौन-कौन हो सकता है? देखो, we have A, B, C, D and E in this particular row. A cannot be her own sister-in-law. B and E are a couple and you can see B and E cannot be A's sister-in-law. So that means they are also not there. So you can see either C or D has to be the sister-in-law. So again you can see C or D has to be here. Okay, this is your C or D. So we will check. So you can see this person has to be either C or D. And similarly this person is also either C or D. Okay, we do not know who is C, who is D. But we will see that later. Okay, तो ये भी हो गया. अब आगे देखो what is given here. Q's wife. Okay, let's try this out. Q's wife sits opposite to the one who is second to the right of A. So that means we are talking about this person. Now, who can be Q's wife here? You can see only one possibility is there. That is, this is your Q, right? Because Q has a wife here. Now, who is the only person remaining in here? You can see the only person is S. So, S will be Q's wife here. So, that means we have your S at this particular position. Okay, so Q's wife will be who? That will be S. Okay, so we have drawn that also. D is married to E, who has two children, one married, another unmarried. A's son sits immediate right of A, done. C and D are unmarried. Three persons sits between B and the person opposite to A's father-in-law. Okay, then R sits to the right of T. You can see who is A's father-in-law, that is your T, isn't it? So it is known that T has to be the father-in-law. So R sits to the right of T. Okay, R has to be towards the right of T. Now we know that R and T are facing the south. So that means T has to be something like this and R has to be somewhere towards the right of T. Okay, this is the situation. Now it is given that we have three persons sits between B and the person sitting opposite to A's father-in-law. A's father-in-law means T. So you can see the only possibility will be T here because there should be three persons sitting between B and the person who is opposite to T's father-in-law. Right? So this will be the positioning of B and T. Now T के right में we have to place your R, but R cannot be at the extreme end that is given. ठीक है, उसके बाद देखते हैं, let's see. So if you have your B here, that means the only person remaining will be your E, who will be placed here. Now if you check the last line, it says C does not sit next to E. So that means C should not be a neighbor of E here. So if C is not a neighbor of E, that means D will be here and C will be here. That means you can understand that C will be A's son. C कौन होगा? Son हो जाएगा. So that means this sister-in-law will be your D. I hope this is clear. So D will be the sister-in-law. Okay. So this is the situation. Now you can see we are left to place only three more people. चलो जल्दी से कर लेते हैं. Now it is given A sits opposite to the person who sits immediate right of A's son-in-law. So you can see A sits opposite to the person. A is sitting opposite to this particular person. This person has to be immediate right of A's son-in-law. Who is A's son-in-law? That is your Q. So that means Q will be this person. Now R has to be towards the right of T but not at the end. So that means R has to be here and this person will be P. Okay. I hope this is clear. So you can see this is the family tree and this will be the arrangement of the 10 people here. Are we clear with this question, guys? Please let me know if we have any doubts in here. Are we clear with this? ये सबको समझ में आया? So you can see here that if you were able to draw the family tree, then the question becomes doable, right? Else it becomes very, very difficult to understand who is A's sister-in-law, who is the father-in-law of A and so on, right? That cannot be done in that particular situation. Okay? Clear? Chalo. Next question on your screen. Let's have a look at this one. Let's try. First of all, tell me what is the logic for arriving at the actual distance from the number given in bracket. What is the relation? You can see it's very, very obvious, right? How is 21 related to 42 or 19 related to 38, 45 to 90, 11 to 22? So what is being done here to find the actual distance? You can see the number given in bracket has been multiplied by 2, isn't it? To arrive at the actual distance. So if it is written 21, that means 42 meters is the distance. Similarly, 19 into 2 is 38. 45 into 2 is 90 and so on. So that means if we say about this 5 meter, that means the actual distance will be 10 meters here, 18 meters here, 36 meters here, 10 here. This will be your 8, okay, 4 and 8 here. This will be 20, this will be 44 and finally this will be 10. Okay. Chalo, quickly try it out and tell me what is the distance between L and A. Chalo, let's draw the diagram. Okay, so we have A asterisk E. Asterisk means what? That is east. So that means A has to be towards the east of E. Let's say this is your A and E. Okay, and the distance between them is 10 meters. Okay, this is your 10 meters here. After that, we have I percentage A. Percentage means north. So I has to be towards the north of A. Okay, let me draw your E and A here a bit below. Let's say this is your E, this is your A, this is your 10. Okay, chalo. So let's draw I here. So I is towards the north of A, right? And the distance between them is 18 meters. Let's say this is your I here and this is 18, something like this. Okay. After that, what can we connect further? You can see this is all done. Then we have C at the rate I. At the rate means west. So C has to be towards the west of I, something like this. And the distance again between them is 10 meters. So you can see C will be exactly overhead of E, right? So this is also 10 meters here. Okay, C is done. Now what can we connect further? You have your C, I, E and A. You can connect this also. G percentage. E percentage means north. So G has to be towards the north of E and the distance between them is 36. So you can understand that this is 18. That means 36 will be something like this, isn't it? This is going to be your point G and this is also 18 and this is also 18, right? So we got your point G here. Okay, G mil gaya. After that, we have your G at the rate B. At the rate means what? At the rate means west. So that means G has to be towards the west of your B and the distance between them has to be 20. So you can see this is going to be your B, something like this. And distance between them is, let's say, 20. Okay, ye 20 ho gaya. After that, what else? We have H percentage B. Percentage means what? Percentage means north. So H is towards the north of B. Let's say this is your H here. Okay, point H. And this distance is how much? This distance is 8. Okay, so we have your this kind of a diagram right now. Okay, इस तरह का कुछ diagram बन रहा है. अब आगे देखो, what else do we have here? Do we have any place or not? Let's see. So you have your G and B also. H is also there. H at the rate F. At the rate means west. So H has to be towards the west of F. Difference between them is 10 meter, right? So 10 meters distance has to be there. You can see this distance is 10. So this also is 10. So you can see we are talking about this particular point here, isn't it? This particular point we are talking about. So this is your H at the rate F. At the rate means west. So we have, sorry, H at the rate F hai na? So H has to be towards the west of F. At the rate is west. So H has to be towards the west of F. That means we will have to redraw the diagram because we do not have enough space here. But let's say if we take this F here, okay, that is your 10 meters here. Okay, this is kind of this diagram. Okay, so we have your HF. मेरे पास उतनी जगह नहीं है. So you can see this is your F here. This is your 10 meters here. Now what is remaining? You can see D ampersand F and 44. Ampersand means what? Ampersand means south. So that means D has to be towards the south of F and the distance between them is 44. Now if you check, this is 18, this is 18, that is 36. 36 plus 8 is 44. That means you can see this particular point D will be exactly towards the east of this point A, right? So this will be something like this. Let's say we draw a line here. So you will have this point D like this. Okay, this will be your D here. Okay, so we have got your D and this is your 44 meters completely. Okay, अब देखो क्या दे रखा है. L is the midpoint of line ED. So this is ED here. What is the total length of ED? You can see this is 20 and this was your 10. That means this total line is 30 meters. So that means we are talking about 15 meters here. This is 10 meters. That means 5 meters here. And this will be the point L, right? So L is the midpoint of ED here. Okay. What is the distance between L and A? So you have to find this particular distance. Okay. Now if you check, how do we find that? You can see this total distance was how much? This total distance was how much? You can see here, this total distance is how much? This is your 10, isn't it? And we know this is your 5 because we had to take 15 meters here, 10 plus 5. So this is 5, this is also 5. So you can see the distance between L and A has been asked, that is your 5 meters here. Okay, so 5 meters would be the right answer. Are we clear with this question, guys? Please let me know if we have any doubts in here. Okay, so this is your coded direction sense. First of all, you'll have to understand what is the logic to arrive at the actual distance from the distance given in bracket. You can see it's not the same number, so it is just multiplied by 2. So you can see every time we have to multiply the number given in bracket to arrive at the actual distance, and then we have to make the diagram accordingly. Okay. Chalo, let's have a look at one more question. Let's try it out. Let's see. Let's make the family tree. Chalo, let's draw the family tree here. So you can see O asterisk K. Asterisk means what? A is the son-in-law of B. That means O is the son-in-law of K, right? So let's say K is there. So A has to be the son-in-law of this person. That means we will have here a daughter, right? And this daughter will be married to your O. Okay, so O is the son-in-law of K. Something like this. K percentage M percentage means what? A has only two daughters. That means K has only two daughters. Okay. So there is one more daughter here. K has only two daughters, one of which is married to B. That means one of them has to be married to M. Now here you can see this daughter is married to O. That means this daughter must be the one who is married to your M here, who is a male person. ठीक है, इस तरह का कुछ relation बना using the first one. Now, where do we have your K, M or O? You can see we have O here and O here as well, right? Let's try to connect either of them. Let's say C exclamation mark O hash Z. This shows A is the wife of B and A is the sister of C. Okay, be careful here. A is the wife of B and A has to be the sister of C. That means you can see here C has to be the wife of O and C has to be the sister of Z, isn't it? So C is the wife of O and C has to be the sister of Z. That means Z will be here. Okay, so this is the relation. Now we have this one here, G at the rate O equal to R. So you can see this is the relation. A is the daughter of C. That means you can see this person has to be the daughter of third person. That means G has to be the daughter of R. Okay, so let's draw it here. G is a female person. She is the daughter of R and B is the son of C. That means the second person has to be the son of C. So O has to be the son of R here. Okay. So you can see O has to be the son of R. So O will be a male person, something like this. Okay. So you can see we will have one more relation, that is your R here. And R has two children, that is your G and O. Okay. So this is the kind of situation that you will have. Now, how is G related to C? You can see G is the sister-in-law. Okay, sister-in-law would be the right answer here. Are we clear with this, guys? Okay, so draw it step by step. You will get the right answer. Chalo, next question, puzzles. Let's see. Chalo, draw it very quickly. Let's see. Chalo, let's try it out. I hope everybody has gone through this particular question. Okay, so you can see 9 persons are living in a particular building where we have 9 different floors. Okay, 9 floors are there. The ground floor is one, and they teach different subjects here which are given. Okay, only 2 persons live below G. So this is a fixed information that G has to be on floor number 3 because there are only 2 other persons living below him. One person lives between E and Hindi. We do not know where is E and Hindi, so we will use this later. Number of persons living up F is same as below Kannada. That also we do not know, but we can connect it here. That is given. Number of persons living above G is same as the number of persons living below the one who teaches history. So if G is on third, you can see history has to be here, right? This is a fixed information now. Okay, so this we can draw. So as soon as you get history, can we connect anything else here? Let's check it out. One person lives between the person who teaches history and A. Okay, so you can see there can be 2 possibilities here for A. So let's try it out. This was your history here. Okay, so you can see A can be this person also above history, or A can be this person who is below history at a gap of 1. Okay, now it is given 3 persons live between A and E. E who lives below A. So E has to be below A at a gap of 3. So 1, 2, 3. This will be your E here. In this case, 1, 2, 3, this will be your E here. Once you get your E, you can draw Hindi also. One person lives between E and the one who teaches Hindi. So you can see in the first case, Hindi will be this person. In the second case, Hindi will be this person, isn't it? So we have found Hindi. Now what else do we have? The person who teaches Gujarati lives just above the one who teaches Punjabi, right? So let's write it down that once we place wherever we have this position, we will check. So the one who teaches Gujarati is just above Punjabi. So something like this. ठीक है, ये एक information है which we will be using later. One person is there between H and I who lives below H. So that means you can see H and I will be like this. Okay. So one person lives between H and I who lives below H and teaches Sanskrit. So that means I has to be teaching Sanskrit here, isn't it? So this is a fixed information. So H and I have to be a gap at a gap of 1 such that I is teaching Sanskrit. The person who teaches geography lives above Sanskrit. So geography has to be somewhere above Sanskrit. Okay, let's try. We will see. Okay, this is also given. The person who teaches Bengali lives on an even numbered floor immediately above F. Okay, so you know that Bengali has to be on an even numbered floor and he has to be immediately above F, right? This is another situation. So the one who is teaching Bengali has to be immediately above F, but Bengali has to be on an even numbered floor. After that, D lives immediately above Hindi. So you already have placed your Hindi. That means D will be here in this case. In this case, D will be here. Now it is given B lives above C. Okay, so B lives above C and F lives below C. So you can see F lives below C. So you can see that B, C and F will be in this particular sequence. It is not necessary that they have to be on consecutive floors. There can be more floors between them as well. Okay, so let's try to place your F because we can see that there is a connecting point with F, which is Bengali is immediately above F, where we have an even numbered floor for Bengali. So let's say if you take your Bengali at this point, so F will be here, but F ke upar we have to place your B and C also, which will not be possible. That means F, this Bengali cannot be 8th. Bengali at 6th, not possible because else F cannot be placed. Bengali at 4, not possible. So you can see the only possibility will be here that this is your Bengali and this is your F. Okay, so we have placed your Bengali and F. Now, in the second case, where should we have your Bengali and F? You can see Bengali and F can be 8 and 7 as well. And Bengali and F can be anywhere else. Let's see. So, Bengali at 6th position, not possible. 4th position, not possible. 2nd position, again, not possible. So, you can see the only possibility will be Bengali here. Okay. And your F here. So, Bengali is immediately above F will be something like this. Okay. Now here you can see that H and I have to be placed at a gap of 1 such that H is above I and I teaches Sanskrit. So in the first case you can see the only possibility will be H, I and Sanskrit. ठीक है, ये हो गया. Second case maybe you can see the only possibility will be H, I and Sanskrit. Okay, no issues. Now you can see we have to place your B and C above F. Okay, so B and C have to be above F, but here we cannot place above F because H is already there, so we do not have enough space. That means this is invalid. In the first case, B and C have to be above F, so B will be here and C will be here. Now, Sanskrit and geography has to be such that geography is above Sanskrit, right? So, geography has to be either A or H. Also, we had this information that is Bengali is already placed. H is above I, Sanskrit, geography and Sanskrit. Okay. So now let's try to place this Kannada also, right? It was given that number of persons living above F was same as the number of persons below Kannada. Okay, so you can see F is at this position, that is first one, so that means Kannada has to be the topmost one. So you can see this will be your Kannada. Okay, once you place this, you can see Gujarati and Punjabi can be placed because Gujarati has to be immediately above Punjabi. So you can see this is going to be Gujarati here and this is going to be your Punjabi here. Okay, now which are the two things remaining? You can see one thing that is there is geography has to be above Sanskrit. So you can see geography will be here, right? So we have placed all the names also, right? We have placed names and we have placed all this subjects also. Now, which is the only subject remaining here? Which is the only subject remaining, guys? You can see the only subject remaining is your English. So F will be the person who is teaching English here. Okay, I hope this is clear. How you placed H and I? We placed H and I away because H has to be above I at a gap of 1 such that I was teaching Sanskrit. Okay. Namil, very good morning. Okay, so that was only one position for H and I. H has to be above I and I has to be taking Sanskrit here. Okay. Are we clear now? Please let me know if we have any doubts in here. Everybody clear? ये समझ में आया कि नहीं? Is it clear, guys? Okay. Chalo, we'll quickly go to the next question. Next question based on data sufficiency. Let's try. Chalo, बहुत अच्छा सा question है. Let's try this out. Let's see whether data given in 1 is sufficient, whether data given in 2 is sufficient, whether we need to combine the data. Okay, let's try it out. Let's see. Anybody? Chalo, let's try it out, right? The question here is how many coins did C have, right? So we have to find the number of coins by C. What is the data given in 1? You can see C has even number of coins, more than 23 but less than 33. So that means the possibility for C will be 24, 26, 28, 30 and 32. right? So C has even number of coins but less than 33, greater than 23, right? So these are the possibilities. Number of coins with D are twice that of A and half as that of C. So you can see D के पास कितना होना चाहिए, half of C. Okay, that means either 12, 13, 14, 15 or 16. But it also has to be twice as that of A, right? So that means it has to be a multiple of A 2 here, isn't it? Because D has twice of A. That means this 13 and 26 is not a possibility, and similarly this 30 and 50 is also not a possibility. So A के पास कितना होना चाहिए? That is D has twice of A. That means you can see 6 here, 7 here or 8 here, right? So these are the possibilities from the first one. Now A and D have even number of coins. So A and D have even number of coins. That means you can understand that this 7 is not a possibility. So this is also invalid. So you can see either this is the combination for A, D and C, or this is the combination. Either of the two possibilities. That means one alone is not sufficient to answer the question. Okay, let's say we talk of the second one. ठीक है, second में देखो क्या दे रखा है. Let's talk of second one here. This was as per the first one. अब second में देखो, let me remove myself from here. Just a second. अब second में देखो, C has even number of coins more than 23 and less than 30. So as per the second, you can see C has either 24, 26 or 28. These are the possible number of coins with C. Number of coins with A are 25% of that of C. That means divided by 4 hona chahiye, because it has to be a multiple of 4, right? Because you are saying 25%. 25% means 1 by 4, isn't it? So C has to be a multiple of 4. That means 26 is not a possibility. So A must be either 6 or it has to be 7, right? So either 6 or 7. 6 fours are 24, 7 fours are 28. Number of coins with D are twice as that of A. So D has to be twice of A. That means either 12 or 14. A has even number of coins. So you can see A has even number of coins. That means this is invalid here. So you can find that this will be the case for C, A and D. Okay. I hope this is clear. So you can see 2 alone is absolutely sufficient to arrive at the conclusion that how many coins do we have with C. Okay. So this answer will be 2 alone. Okay. Are we clear, guys? Please let me know if we have any doubts in here. This is just your normal maths, isn't it? A very, very normal question. I hope this is clear. Everybody clear? Chalo. Next question very quickly. Based on critical reasoning, let's have a look at this one. Let's try. Go through this, guys, and let me know what should be the answer here. So you have to weaken this particular argument, that is, should higher education be restricted to only those who can bear the expenditure? Okay, and you go through the this passage also, you will see that it is talking about that it is quite expensive for some people who cannot afford it, right? So this is about affording something, affording the education, higher education, right? So if you have to weaken this particular claim, that means you have to weaken the claim that is it is affordable, it is not affordable for somebody, right? So that point has to be worked upon here. One, okay, let's see. So it is saying higher education is an optional final stage of formal learning that occurs after the completion of secondary education. Higher education is most important for the person to become successful as it gives more job opportunities and employment. Also, successful people lead to the progress of the nation. Higher education is expensive for some people who cannot afford it, right? So what we have said here, higher education is expensive for some people who cannot afford it. Now, which of the following, if true, will weaken the argument? So you have to weaken this particular argument here, that should higher education be restricted to only those who can bear the expenditure. Now, first one is saying higher education is very costly, hence it should not be given for free. देखो, you have to weaken this particular argument that should higher education be restricted to only those who can bear the expenditure. You can see here that this is not directly related. First nahi hai, weaken hai na. So sorry, higher education is very costly, hence it should not be given for free. This is not going to weaken this particular argument that should higher education be restricted to only those who can bear the expenditure, because this particular weakening should be based on the affordability of this particular education, right? So one is not the right answer. Three, देखते हैं, only rich people are good in study. This is not related to the passage here. We have never said that only rich people are good in studies, right? So three is also not going to weaken this. Fourth one, if education will be free, then there will be lack of importance of higher education. This importance of higher education is not the question here, Avi. The question is about the affordability of higher education, right? So if you have to weaken it, that means there should be something about the people who cannot afford to pay for the education, right? So you can see 4 is also not going to weaken this. Fifth, poor people are more intelligent than the person who can afford higher education. Again, this comparison cannot be made here, right? No information is given here. So if you check, the answer should be 2. Now, if you go through this, there is a large number of brilliant students who cannot afford to pay and they should be given higher education. इसको इसके साथ लगा के देखो, that is, should higher education be restricted to only those who can bear the expenditure. You can see इससे just पहले we had said that higher education is expensive for some people who cannot afford. That means there are some people who are not from affluent families, that is, they are not very rich, so they cannot afford this education, higher education. So now we have to this weaken this claim that should higher education be restricted to only those who can bear the expenditure. So now just read this one. So no, right? What? How do we weaken this claim? We have to give a no to this one. Should higher education be restricted to only those who can bear the expenditure? No. So no, why? Because there is a large number of brilliant students who cannot afford to pay, and they should be given higher education. So you can see the answer here will be option number 2, because it is giving you a reason that why it should not be restricted to only those people who can bear the expenditure, because there are a lot of people, lot of brilliant students who are poor and who cannot afford to pay, but they should be given higher education. Okay, so 2 will be the answer here. Are we clear with this question, guys? Please let me know if we have any doubts in here. Everybody clear? Clear with this? Okay. Chalo. So these were few questions that we had for today, right? Again, we have done a lot of questions here. Wednesday again we will be checking out few more questions related to your this RBI Grade B examination from previous year paper. Okay, so thank you so much, guys. I hope you enjoyed today's session. So Wednesday again at 10 a.m. right? So please remember, guys, Monday and Wednesday we are having these sessions at 10 a.m. Okay, so Monday, Wednesday is your session timing for reasoning, so do not miss it out, because reasoning has a very high weightage in your phase 1 RBI Grade B. Okay, so thank you so much, guys. I hope you enjoyed this session. Please do not forget to like the session and do subscribe to the official channel of Oliveboard on regulatory channel. Okay, so thank you so much, guys. I'll see you again with another session. So please take care, stay safe, have a great day. I'll see you very soon. Thank you.